Daniel was a man of unwavering faith. He lived in Babylon, a land far from his own. He had been taken there as a captive, but even in a foreign land, Daniel remained true to his God. He refused to compromise his beliefs. Daniel's wisdom and integrity were evident to all. He served in the court of the Babylonian kings. They recognized his exceptional qualities. Daniel was a man of integrity. He was a man of God. Daniel's faith was not a private matter. It showed in his actions. It influenced his decisions. It shaped his character, and it did not go unnoticed. Daniel's life is a testament to the power of faith. It is a story for all times and all people. It reminds us that even in the face of adversity, faith can prevail. Daniel's journey began in his youth. He was taken captive from Jerusalem. Babylon became his new home. He could have become bitter. He could have lost hope, but Daniel chose a different path. He chose faith. The Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar had a troubling dream. He sought the interpretation from his wise men. None could interpret it. But then came Daniel. With God's help, Daniel interpreted the king's dream. This act of wisdom impressed Nebuchadnezzar. He recognized Daniel's connection to the divine. Daniel was promoted to a high position. He served the king with loyalty and wisdom. Daniel's story shows us that even in captivity our gifts can shine. Our challenges can become opportunities, and our faith can lead us to unexpected places. Daniel's rise to power did not go unnoticed. The other officials in the king's court grew jealous. They resented Daniel's influence. They despised his unwavering faith. They plotted to bring him down. These officials knew they could not discredit Daniel's work. He was a man of integrity. So they decided to target his faith. They devised a wicked plan. They knew Daniel prayed to his God daily. The officials approached King Darius with a cunning proposal. They suggested a decree that for 30 days no one should pray to any god or man except the king himself. Anyone who disobeyed would be thrown into the lion's den. Darius, unaware of the plot against Daniel, agreed to the decree. He signed it, making it an unchangeable law of the land. The trap was set. The news of the king's decree spread quickly. It caused a stir among the people. But for Daniel it was a direct challenge to his faith. He could no longer pray to his God openly. Daniel faced a difficult choice. He could obey the king's decree and save himself, or he could stay true to his faith and face the consequences. He knew the risks, he knew the danger. Daniel's heart was heavy, but his resolve was strong. He would not compromise his faith. He would not abandon his God. He knew where his true allegiance lay. As the sun began to set, Daniel made his decision. He went to his room. He opened his window towards Jerusalem, and he knelt in prayer. He prayed to his God, just as he always had. Section 5. A Night of Prayers and Peril. Daniel's enemies watched him closely. They saw him enter his room. They heard the whispers of his prayers. They were ecstatic. They had finally found a way to bring Daniel down. The jealous officials rushed to the king. They reminded him of his decree. They accused Daniel of disobeying the king's orders. They demanded justice. Darius was troubled. He had been tricked. He realized the decree was a trap aimed at Daniel. He valued Daniel's wisdom and loyalty. He did not want to lose him. Despite his regret, Darius was bound by his word. The decree he had signed was unchangeable. He had no choice but to punish Daniel. With a heavy heart, he ordered Daniel to be thrown into the lion's den. Section 6. Dawn reveals a miracle. Darius spent a sleepless night. He was consumed with worry. He paced back and forth. He couldn't eat. He couldn't rest. He was filled with remorse for his decision. As dawn approached, Darius rushed to the lion's den. He called out to Daniel, his voice filled with anxiety. He hoped for a miracle. He prayed for Daniel's safety. To his astonishment, Daniel responded. He was alive and well. The lions had not harmed him. God had protected him throughout the night. Darius was overjoyed. He ordered Daniel to be released from the den immediately. Daniel emerged from the den unharmed. His faith had saved him. His God had protected him. This miracle was a testament to the power of faith and the faithfulness of God. Section 7. Justice for Daniel, Punishment for Deceit. The news of Daniel's miraculous survival spread quickly. The king, filled with anger towards the conspirators, summoned them. He had been deceived and justice needed to be served. Darius confronted the officials about their plot. He realized the extent of their jealousy and wickedness. They had used the king's own decree against him. Their deceit was unforgivable. As punishment for their treachery, Darius ordered the officials to be thrown into the lions' den along with their wives and children. The lions immediately attacked and killed them. Justice was served. The contrast was clear. Daniel's faith had saved him from the lions. The conspirators' deceit had led to their demise. It was a stark reminder of the power of righteousness and the consequences of evil. Section 8. Unwavering Faith, a Timeless Lesson. Daniel's story is a powerful testament to the importance of faith and integrity. Even in a foreign land, facing insurmountable odds, Daniel never wavered in his faith. His trust in God was absolute. Daniel's example teaches us that true faith requires courage. It means standing up for what we believe in, even when it's difficult. It means trusting in God's plan, even when we don't understand it. Daniel's story is not just an ancient tale, it's a timeless message of hope and inspiration. It reminds us that no matter what challenges we face, God is with us. Our faith can see us through. Like Daniel, we can face our fears with courage. We can overcome obstacles with faith. We can live lives of integrity, knowing that God is always by our side.